We have a small video to show you, a short video to show you about a digital drop-in afternoon that one of our practices decided to put on for their patients last week, which was on probably the hottest day of the year. I have Jeanette and Sasha here from Maywood Surgery, who are going to just give a bit of a talk, discussion about the digital access information afternoon they recently held. So thank you for agreeing to do this for us. Could you just tell us a bit about the practice first of all?
Sure. So we're from Maywood Surgery. We're based in Bognor Regis in West Sussex. We are part of a PCN group of 3 surgeries, and our surgery is roughly around 17,500 patients.
Lovely, thank you. So can you tell me a little bit about how the digital afternoon came about? What was the idea about it?
It was our patient group that first mentioned it. We looked into it and thought it was a great idea. They were very keen to learn, and yeah, it developed from there.
And how did you go about promoting it?
So it was mainly through Facebook, but we did put posters up around the surgery as well, so patients could see that on our notice board. But it was mainly through Facebook.
And how did you think that went?
I think with the promotion, I think we could definitely make some tweaks on where we promote. We mainly use Facebook to promote a lot of our events, but in this case, with people that aren't used to IT, the probability of them having Facebook is very slim. So we would definitely maybe put more posters out into the public, and also promoting with our face-to-face clinicians that are seeing the patients. So maybe they could give them a leaflet when they come in.
Lovely. And so tell us a bit about how the afternoon went. What did you do?
So the afternoon was a kind of drop-in style afternoon. So patients could come in. They didn't have to have a time slot or an appointment. They could come in and talk to one of us in the team, and kind of have a one-to-one chat with them about the NHS app and the features that it has, and also using our ACRIC system as well. And it was really nice to have that kind of one-to-one interaction with them. There was no time restraint on it, and we could spend enough time as they needed with the patient, because everyone's abilities are different.
We also had handouts, didn't we? For patients to take away with them.
Yeah, so we had step-by-step guides that they could take with them, which that they thought was a really good idea as well. So then they could take it home if they ever needed it after the afternoon.
A bit of like an aid memoir, if you like.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay, lovely. Can you tell us a little bit about what you actually did with your patients?
So with the patients, we showed them a little bit about the NHS features on the NHS app. So I had one patient who came in. She already had the NHS app, but she just needed a little bit of a walkthrough on how to use it. And we had another patient who needed to be set up on the NHS app, and also on System Online as well. So those were the 2 that were kind of different in abilities, shall I say. So it was a bit of a variety of different queries, really.
And when you say one of the patients just needed to know a little bit more about the NHS app, but what kind of things did she need to know? and what were you able to show her?
Yeah, so she wanted to know about her repeat prescriptions. So we did a little like test run of repeat prescriptions. So I just showed her how to find it in the NHS app and then how to request it, and what that looked like when she does that in the future. But then she also wanted to know where to look on her GP record as well. So where to look for letters. And we ended up also setting her up on Patient Knows Best as well, which she thought was really handy. So that was the basic run through, really, just an overview on what features the NHS has.
And did you do anything else apart from the NHS app?
We also did Accurix. So we have an Accurix triage system, and patients can go onto our website and they can request medical queries, and also admin queries, and then one of our team will triage it. So we did go through with patients where to find that on our website, but then also what they could request as well, and how to use it and what kind of questions the website would ask when they got through to that triage system.
And how did your patients find using the systems?
The Accurix system, we've had great feedback from all of our patients, really. We've had really positive feedback, but the people that came into the afternoon, they found it really beneficial because it's easy to use. They found it easy with their abilities, but then also the NHS app, they found really simple as well once they were kind of talked through.
Lovely. And did all of your patients have the same kind of knowledge and expertise?
No. So like I was saying, with one patient, it was just a kind of a walk through the NHS app kind of thing. And then with another patient, they needed to start from scratch. So they needed to set up their account, and then they needed to be shown, how to connect to our Wi-Fi, and how to then use the app from there, really. So some people needed more kind of thorough teaching in the NHS app compared to others, really.
Lovely. So what kind of staff did you have available for the afternoon?
So we had myself, and we had two digital user members of staff, and we also had our admin team available if they needed to come in and help at any point. So we did have a lot of people available at the time. We also had Jeanette as well helping out.
Did you get any feedback from the patients, and what were the kind of things that they were saying?
We had very, very positive feedback from them. Everyone was really pleased with what they got out of it. A couple of the people that came were PPG members, and we had a meeting that evening, and they couldn't stop talking about it. They said it was really good, really worth it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice to hear, isn't it? That they actually got some use out of it.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Absolutely, it was really good.
Okay. So, how many people actually attended on the day? Do you know?
So it was around 6 to 7 patients. Yeah.
Okay. And did you feel like that was a manageable number?
Yeah, I think if there were any more patients, then we would be able to handle it. But yeah, 6 to 7 was a good amount of people, and no one was waiting to be seen, so that was really nice.
We had planned for other staff to be available should we need it, so we chose a day where we were fully staffed in the admin office. so that we could have more if there were any.
And what was your thinking about doing it in the afternoon, maybe rather than an evening?
Purely because of staff availability, I think. And the demographic that we were aiming at would have been available during the day. So it really was the better choice, really.
Lovely. So what are your plans next after this first session?
I think we'll definitely be doing another afternoon. We found it very beneficial for us. The feedback was really positive, so we can take that and promote a little bit better for the next afternoon, hopefully get more patients involved in the afternoon, but we'll be definitely planning another one and hopefully involving more practices in our PCN, so kind of joining together and maybe doing a bigger afternoon across 3 practices.
Lovely. Thank you for sharing that, and hopefully other practices find that useful and look at doing something similar. So thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
There's just one question in the chat, Elaine, which Jeanette has answered, but for those that can't see the chat in the recording. So a question was asked, did you have a dummy account on the NHS app? And the answer is no. Patients' own accounts when they were going through it with the patients.
Thank you.